I yield to my good friend from Virginia, Bob Good.
Thank you, Andrew. Speaker Pelosi should call Congress back into session right now. Yes. And if she doesn't do that, we ought to vacate the chair and remove her as Speaker. This failed withdrawal from Afghanistan clearly demands congressional oversight. This administration couldn't have done a worse job if they did it on purpose. But it's no surprise this administration and our military leaders have focused on climate change. They focused on this phony allegations of white supremacy and racism within our military. They focused on equity and inclusion, transgender policies. They even flew the gay pride flag over the U.S. Embassy in Kabul for 30 days in the month of June. This administration doesn't know how many American people were abandoned in enemy territory. No wonder, and they have no plan to rescue those who've been left behind. He kept his promises, this president, to the Taliban, but he hasn't kept his promises to the American people when he promised he would leave no Americans behind. Only 4% of those who've been evacuated so far, about 5,000 of some 127,000, are Americans. Here we go, putting others ahead of Americans, foreigners ahead of Americans. And this administration, which has shown no interest, no desire, no willingness in properly vetting those who they are helping stream across our southern border, do you have any confidence that they would adequately or sufficiently vet those who they're bringing into our country from Afghanistan? If we got it 99% right, and there's no way this administration would get it 99% right, but if it was 99% right, then 1% out of 120,000 is 1,200 bad guys, and we're already receiving credible reports of bad guys in our country who wish us harm, who were not properly vetted or kept from getting into our country. After 18 months of no American deaths in Afghanistan, we now have 13 dead, 18 wounded, and hundreds, if not thousands, unaccounted for. They estimated we had 10 to 15,000 Americans in Afghanistan. We've removed 5,000, and now they say we just have a couple hundred left. You do the math and tell me if you have confidence in what this administration is telling us. This president has abandoned Americans to be captured, tortured, or most likely killed by the Taliban. How can he be okay with this? Simply to meet an artificial political goal to celebrate that we're out of Afghanistan by 9/11. How are we supposed to trust this administration? This week it was confirmed that an Afghan on the no-fly list was evacuated to the UK. It's only a matter of time before more dangerous Afghanis are brought into this country, making once again every town a border town, every city a dangerous border city in this country under this administration. Biden, meanwhile, he takes naps while he's meeting with foreign dignitaries. He checks his watch while he's receiving American troops at Andrews. He breaks his promises to the American people. His Secretary of State, Blinken, as others have called for, should be impeached for his leadership or failed leadership in this disastrous withdrawal. In addition, President Biden, Secretary Austin, and General Milley should resign or also face impeachment. Speaker Pelosi, call us back into session to make this happen, or let's vacate the chair. And I yield now to my wonderful Congressman colleague from Illinois, Mary.